We are we are working on Exbook questions on Kaggle, and today we will be talking about sample 2, and we'll be discussing about sample 3. So here, as you can see that we have worked on one yesterday, we are going to work on the second one, which says this is how I can write down, get the question print. Once I have imported, once I have installed the Xbook, and this is where I'm importing the Xbook as well. So this is where we were talking about the second question because it starts from index 0. So this is the second one. Write a function to determine whether an integer is a palindrome. An integer is a palindrome when it reads the same backwards. For example, 1 to 1 is a palindrome as the output is true, and 10 is not a palindrome, so the output is false. So you can see test 1, 151 is true, test 1 minus 5 is false. So this falls under easy category. So this is what I'm doing. I'm creating a function. I've given it a name as check palindrome. I'm getting an input into it in the form of the string. And then what I'm doing is I am inputting the value of the string into the string 1. And then this is the way of reversing the string. So now I'll be having the string in the reverse order to just show you what it would be doing. But again, this is a palindrome example, so it will still show you the same thing. Then if you see, we are talking about if str1 is equal to str2. So if both the numbers are equal, that means that it has returned true, else it has returned false. So if the two numbers are the same ones, which are read from left to right, and it is equal to number if they are read from left to right, if both are equal, then it is a palindrome. So we return true if that is the case. If that's not the case, we return false. And then we are going to check it. So this is how we can check our method, and it says that it has passed 7 tests and the solution is correct. But if you want to see that how we are doing in those, you can write down cheat is equal to true in the same check method, and then you can run it. So the moment that you run it, it shows you that it has done 7 tests, and this is my output, the output that my function is returning, and this is the correct output. And if both of them match, that means it is correct. So we have passed all the 7 tests. So this was the second question, which we made just simple by taking a string as a number, then taking as a string, then reversing the string and checking if the front form and the reverse form are equal. We just return true and false on that. Then this is the other question. It's easy again. We'll be talking about the solution tomorrow, but this is what it is written. Write a function with a given argument in to return a list containing all positive integers no larger than n, and these integers can be divided by 7 but cannot be divided by 5. For example, if n is equal to 50, then the returned list is 7, 14, 21, 28, 42, 49. So if you see, what it is trying to say is find the list of numbers. If a number is given, you find all the list of numbers which are which are in the multiple of 7 and are less than that number, but they should not be also divisible by 5. So that numbers which are divisible by 5 should not be considered. For example, if we talk about 50, we have written down 7, 14, 21, 28. We have not written 35 because 35 is getting divided by 5. So we have not written down 35. Similarly, so that's where we are avoiding. So that kind of an issue, that kind of a problem has been given, so we have to find a solution. So this is my solution. We have written down a function. I've written down a function which says check division by 7 but not by 5, so I get a number. Once I get the number, I have created a list in which I'll be saving the number and I'll be appending the number into it as well. And then I create one loop. which is going from 0 to the number plus 1. So that is how it would be, taking that range. And then I'm finding if it is divisible, if the module, that is the remainder, when it divides from 7, if the remainder is equal to 0, and if it divides by 5 and the remainder is not equal to 0. So if the current number that we are talking about, because we'll be going from 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, so that kind of a sequence. So we are checking that the number that we are putting in there, for example, 7 comes in, and 7 divided by 7 doesn't leave any remainder, so it says 0. And it is also not divisible by 5, that is 7 is not divisible by 5, so it will append that value there. Similarly, it will keep on appending, and once the complete loop has been over, it will return the value that we have placed in this list. So in fact, it will give you the list. And this is how I'm just directly doing the checking with the cheat. And these are the values that they're passing in. These are the output that I'm getting, and these are the correct outputs. And you see all of them are true. So 7 to 7 test have been passed in this scenario. Okay, so I didn't want to talk about this solution today, but then let's just talk about the other one. So I write down print in the bracket EB 3, and I will run this code. So this is the question that we'll be working tomorrow then, because I've already read the previous question. Write a function to determine if a given positive integer n is a prime number. For example, 37 is a prime number, so the output is true. 10 is not, so the output is false. So the numbers are given, and if you find this to be correct, as in if the input is correct, it is divisible, it's a prime number, then it returns true, else it returns false. 6 is not a prime number, so it returns false. 47 is, 53 is, 61 is, so it returns true. So that's the next question that we'll be doing tomorrow. I thank you for joining me today. I hope we have moved a bit forward in in learning new skills. So with that, I thank you again and have a good day. Bye-bye.